What's up guys, I'm Newbie Dave and today we're raiding an ocean monument. Let's get started. How's it going everybody? Hope you're having a fantastic week. I'm excited about today's episode. Ocean monuments, like I said last time, it's not really something I've done a whole lot of, not just in the series, but ever in Minecraft. I don't know, I haven't really done a whole lot of underwater stuff. I tend to stay mostly up on land. And so I'm excited about this. I've done a little bit of research about ocean monuments and their layout and what to expect. And before we get going, there's one other thing that I want to do, because we're not playing Minecraft 1.13 or 1.14 or whenever all the ocean stuff was added. We're playing Minecraft 1.17, and we've got a couple of new friends. Say hello to the axolotl. Oh, they're so cute, aren't they? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And axolotls are amazing new mobs that were added in 1.17, and if I can scoop these guys up, I'm not sure why I can't scoop this up. There we go. Okay, finally got one. That was really tough. I don't know why that was so hard. So yeah, axolotls. They were added in 1.17. They can be found in caves in complete darkness in the water. And what's really cool about axolotls is they will actually attack hostile mobs. And so I figured if we're going to an ocean monument that has a lot of hostile mobs in it, we might as well bring a couple of these guys with us. So I'm going to move my axolotls into my base. And 3's not really a whole lot, so I'm going to quickly breed up a couple more axolotls to take with me. And these guys, they can get out of the water, they could wander around on dry land, but they don't like being on dry land. And after a couple minutes out of the water, they'll actually start to take damage. And so they like to stay in the water, and you can see this guy, you know, he climbed out of the water, he'll wander off for a little bit, but he'll eventually make his way back to the water. So I'm not too worried about these guys getting out and wandering off. They're going to mostly try to stay in the water. Now, to breed axolotls, you need some tropical fish. So we need to go find us a warm ocean biome. And I'm going to take a bucket load of buckets with me. So come over here, craft up. I want more than that. I want lots and lots of tropical fish. I don't want to have to go do this again. Yeah, I mean, 22, why not? That sounds like a good number. So I just happen to know from previous exploration that I have a warm ocean biome over here to the east, I believe this is. So I'll fly over there and we'll just look for some tropical fish. It doesn't matter what kind, they don't have a preference, they just need to be tropical fish. Here we go. Oh, and maybe I should put my respiration helmet back on. I keep taking my helmet off for intros and then forgetting to put it back on, and this is not the first time that's caused me problems. I don't know about you, but I think tropical fish in this game are really cool. There are thousands of varieties of these things, and really it's just kind of the same couple of tropical fish over and over with different skins, different color combinations, but it's really cool to see so much variety in this game. And they make really great pets for ponds or any sort of aquatic builds that you may be doing. Unfortunately, as far as I know, you cannot transport the tropical fish somewhere else and breed them up like you can with most other mobs. And so if you want lots of tropical fish, you just have to come scoop them up from a warm ocean biome and, you know, come back and get more when you need more. And there we have it, 22 tropical fish in a very disorganized inventory. So now we can head back and start breeding up our axolotls. Yeah, you can see these guys getting out and wandering around. So this may not be a good long-term place to keep these guys, but for now it's a nice convenient spot to breed them, because once they're born, oh my goodness, isn't that adorable? I love these axolotls. Yeah, once they're born, they're babies, and like most every mob in Minecraft, it's going to take some time for them to grow up into adults, and so I need to leave them somewhere safe for a while that happens. And so I figured my base, which is nice and enclosed, is a good place to do that. Maybe sometime in the future I'll come build an actual axolotl farm or a pond or something to keep these guys in. I mean, I could just feed the baby axolotl 10 tropical fish to make them grow up into an adult right away, but since these tropical fish are kind of hard to come by, I'm just going to let them grow up naturally. And look at how our little axolotl farm is coming along. So all of the axolotl that I've bred have grown up. There's still 2 little babies in there, but that's because I just used up the last 4 of my tropical fish to breed 2 more. I'm not going to wait for them to grow up. I'm going to go ahead and scoop some of these up. I want to bring enough to make a difference, but I'm not going to bring every single axolotl that I have. I'm going to leave several of them here. You know, I don't want things to go south, and now I'm out of axolotls. I also don't want like 20 axolotls in my inventory, and then when I get to the ocean monument, I'm sitting here like swapping things out on my hotbar trying to manage 20 axolotls. That's too much. So I think 6 is probably good. I'll bring these guys. And then I've got a few more back here to kind of get the farm going again in case I lose these 6. Now let's talk equipment for the ocean monument. I don't need these buckets anymore, so I can get rid of those. We're not going to need our shovel. We will need a pickaxe. I'll go ahead and I'll keep Mr. Picky. If I'm only going to bring 1 pickaxe, I like it to have silk touch. We're definitely going to need all of our armor. We're not going to need some torches. And we're not going to need rockets. You know what? I'll bring 1 rocket because the rocket's going to help us to get out there. You know what? I'm going to throw all these into my ender chest anyways, and I'm bringing an ender chest so I can have the rest there to get back. I'll just bring 1 to help me get out there. I am going to go ahead and bring at least 1 potion of water breathing because even though I am going to be bringing my conduit that we built last time, it's not going to be powered right away. In order to power a conduit, you have to surround it with a certain number of prismarine blocks, and I don't have any prismarine, and the only way that I know of to get prismarine is to either mine it from an ocean monument or to kill some guardians and they will drop prismarine. And so either way, that's going to take a little bit of time, which means that we're going to be underwater for a while, and I would like to have just at least 1 potion of water breathing as backup just in case I start to run out of air. Now we are not going to need our sword because we've got this fancy schmancy new trident that we built last time. Got the best enchantments you can put on a trident except for channeling because I raised the enchantment cost for this thing through the roof by combining tons and tons of books of impaling 1 to get up to impaling 5. But it is still an amazing trident, and that's going to be our weapon, not the sword, so we'll just leave our sword behind. And then I am also going to bring a boat because this ocean monument is, guess where it is? I'll give you 3 guesses. It's in the ocean. And so we can fly out there, no problem. That's not going to be a big deal. But getting back, we probably going to need a boat to get back. Alright, so I am going to throw 1 potion of water breathing in my ender chest just to have it as backup. I'll leave 1 behind at the base and I'll bring the other 1 with me. And I think that is it, you guys. We've got our axolotls, we've got our conduit, we've got all of our aquatic gear equipped except for my chest piece, which I'll put on when we get out there. And we've got our trident. I don't know why I still have a single piece of dirt. We'll get rid of that. Alright, so let's do this. So the ocean monument was off in this direction. I don't remember the exact coordinates, but I figure as long as we just fly in this direction, we'll eventually see it from the air. Because I remember we found it when we were going south to look for the fortress or whatever it's called for the end portal. And so we were heading in this. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's not too bad. So now we'll get out our boat. Probably should have brought 2 rockets. That's okay. Thought it was a little bit closer than that. Oh, you know what else would have been good to bring? Yeah, I'm going to go back for it. I want a bucket of milk. Because as soon as we get close to this thing, we're going to get mining fatigue from the Guardians, and that is no fun. It lasts for 5 minutes, and even once we build a conduit, I am pretty sure we're still going to have mining fatigue. Alright, so I went ahead and got 2 buckets of milk. I'm going to throw 1 in my ender chest just in case I use the first one initially and need a second one later, or use it at the wrong time or something. It would stink to not have a backup. So back in our boat, we will row this way. As soon as we get near this thing, we should get the mining fatigue, and there it is. And we can already see 1 guardian down there. So what I'm going to do, you can see right there, there's one of the, I think it's an elder guardian. It's like the guardian boss. So each of these things should have 3 guardian bosses in them. One of them's right at the very top, and you can see him through the walls there. I'm going to take out these first few guardians that are guarding the front entrance, And it kind of looks like the trick here is just kind of keep moving, don't stand still. It seems like they kind of shoot something at you, but it doesn't hit you right away, and so I don't know if that's like they're locking onto you or something. And then I'm going to swim down underneath here and start mining away some of this prismarine so we can build our conduit. And you can see this is going to go very, very slowly because we've got that mining fatigue. That's why we want the conduit, is to get rid of that mining fatigue so that this isn't an issue. Oh, look at that. We see one of the Elder Guardians right there. I kind of dug into this side wing, and so I'm going to try to avoid drawing his attention until I've got my conduit built. Uh-oh, I missed that Guardian and my trident went flying off. Oh, thank you, loyalty. Okay, so to make a fully powered conduit, you need something like 30 or 40 prismarine, but I think I have enough to make like a level 1 conduit. Hello, getting attacked by somebody. And so I'm going to start with that, and because that'll at least give me haste and water breathing and everything very locally, which will then allow me to mine more prismarine so I can finish building this thing. So to build the conduit and make it powered, you need to build a frame around it. And the frame needs to be 5 blocks long. It's kind of like a nether portal, except just slightly different dimensions. And I've got this stupid little XP ball following me around that's not getting absorbed. It's kind of getting in my way. All right, so we've got our first 5x5 ring. Now we need to get the conduit in the middle of it, so I'm going to put one more block there, and then I'll put the conduit on top of that, and then I will break that block underneath it, and I believe that will power this thing on. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. So now we can see we still have mining fatigue, but we've got water breathing and conduit power. Water breathing, I guess, is from my water breathing potion. So conduit power, you can see immediately things lit up, things are brighter, and we can mine a little bit faster now. So it is kind of counteracting that mining fatigue. And so this will make getting the prismarine to build the rest of this thing a whole lot easier. And it's still not super fast, even though it's giving me haste or haste 2. I do still have the mining fatigue, so this isn't quite as fast as if I didn't have all that going on, but it's still much, much better. To get rid of the mining fatigue, we need to take out those Elder Guardians. And what happened to my trident? Come back to me, trident. Come back to me. Thank you. I want to wait until I get inside before I release the axolotls because I don't want them wandering off. Alright, so we will add a second ring to this conduit to bump it up to level 2. And to do that, we're just going to make another 5x5 ring, but on a different axis. And so when you build each of these rings, they're going to be on all 3 axes. And so we've got a second one there now. It should be level 2. And once we get a little bit more prismarine, we can build one along this axis right here, and it will be level 3. I believe the different levels just increase the range of it. I don't think they make it any more powerful. And there we go, our fully formed level 3 conduit. This should give us enough range on this thing to reach us anywhere within this structure. So let's go take out these Elder Guardians so we can finally get rid of this stupid mining fatigue. So what I want to do, whoa, I don't want to do that just yet. I'm going to get somewhere safe so I don't get attacked while I'm doing this. I'm going to get all of my axolotls on my hotbar. And then I think I'm going to kind of swim in there, try to get out of sight somewhere, and deploy all these guys. So here we go. Go, my little axolotl army. Look at them go. And I missed. You know, I'm just going to sit back and see how... Okay, he's on me now. So, whoa. This guy, he's not too bad. He's not doing too much damage. And granted, he's aggroing my axolotl. Oh yeah, that was so easy. Thank you, my beloved axolotls. That was really nice. I mean, my gear certainly helped because I've got really good gear. And so when he did hit me, it didn't hurt that much. But for the most part, he was kind of focused on the axolotls. And axolotls are great for underwater combat because when they take damage, then they'll start to play dead and regenerate. And so it's like actually really hard to kill them. It's really hard for mobs to kill them because as soon as they play dead, the mob's like, okay, I don't need to fight that guy anymore. And they turn their attention to the next axolotl or to you. And when the axolotls regenerate, then they come back to life and keep attacking. So that's really, really good. And I only found 3. I'm afraid I may have lost 3 of them. Nope, there's one. Yeah, this is why I wanted to wait until I was inside, because I didn't want them swimming off and getting lost. So maybe I'll find the other two as I explore this thing. Alright, so that is one Elder Guardian down. I will go over to the other wing. We'll break through over there and see if we can find the second Elder Guardian. These regular Guardians, they're kind of pushovers. And especially if, whoa, especially if you don't miss. Yeah, you get in close. It just takes 2 hits with my epic trident here. Alright, let's pop up here. There should be another Elder Guardian on this side. There he is. Deploy the axolotls! Oh my goodness, that was so easy. I don't even think I needed the axolotls. This trident is so OP. Man, these axolotls, they do not like to sit still. As soon as they finish fighting, they just swim off. So I'm down to 3 axolotls. I don't know how many have died and how many have just kind of swum off and are still inside the monument somewhere. But I'm going to go up to the top. We'll take out the final Elder Guardian, and then we should be able to explore and finish. Oh, that fish got in my way. We should be able to finish exploring this ocean monument in peace. Oh, there's one of my axolotls. Looks like he found himself a guardian. All right, this Elder Guardian looks like he's right up near the top of this thing, so I got to be careful when I go in there. Oh my goodness, this trident, you guys, it is amazing. It's just making mincemeat of these Elder Guardians. Alright, so that is it. In 3 minutes, mining fatigue should wear off, and we shouldn't get it anymore since we have killed all of the Elder Guardians. Now it is time to explore this thing. Now, I actually don't want to wait 3 minutes for this thing to wear off, and so I'm going to get my second bucket of milk out. We'll just remove the effect. And it looks like each Elder Guardian dropped a wet sponge, which is really nice because that's one of the things that I want to get while I am here is not every ocean monument will have one, but there is a good chance that ocean monuments will generate with a sponge room. That is a room that has something like 30 wet sponges in it. And the wet sponges are really, really good for clearing out water. And I guess the wet sponge isn't, but you can dry out wet sponges, and then they are really good. The dry sponges are really good for clearing out water. So what have we got here? This looks like the gold room. So there should be a couple of gold blocks in here, which is really nice. Excellent. I will take all of that. I'm also going to take this dark prismarine because it looks gorgeous. You know, might as well get a couple sea lanterns while we're here. I accidentally broke one, so we'll just take them all. All right, let's keep looking for that sponge room. So each of these things, there's a general structure to them. They all have like that top area and then the 2 wings where the Elder Guardians will spawn. And then I think they all have that gold room. But beyond that, I think the rest of the structure is kind of randomly generated. Now the Elder Guardians should not respawn. They're done, they're taken care of, they're kaput. The regular Guardians, however, they will continue to spawn, even if, no matter how many you kill, they'll just keep respawning inside of this thing. Even if you like, as long as there's water, I should say as long as there is water, they will respawn. And so if you want to go through the trouble of like draining an ocean monument and getting rid of all the water, then the Guardians should stop spawning. But just be on the lookout as you're exploring because there will be more Guardians like that guy. Now I can already hear some of you asking me to drain this thing. I don't know if I want to drain the ocean monument. It is a whole lot of work. It takes hours and hours and hours to build a structure around this thing, to drain all the water with sponges because you have to make multiple trips to the nether to dry it all out. And it's just, it's a lot of work. But if you can manage to drain an ocean monument, it's a pretty epic feat. And so I'm not ruling it out. I'm not saying I won't, but I'm not going to commit to it right away. Also, it entirely depends on whether or not I find the sponge room, if this thing even has a sponge room. Man, I'm kind of conflicted here, because on the one hand, I really want to find the sponge room if it exists, but on the other hand, I kind of don't want to destroy this whole structure. It's really cool, it's really beautiful, but I'm also terrible at navigating these things. Or just any sort of maze, really. But especially an underwater one where the entire thing just kind of looks the same. Hey, looky there. Look what we found. Excellent. Found the sponge room. This was actually really hard to find. I just about dug out started to dig out the entire inside of this thing to find it. But we found it. I should have brought a hoe since that is the preferred tool for destroying these things, but this is okay. It doesn't take too long to break with a normal tool. So let's see, now that we broke all that, we've got 35 wet sponges. We got 3 of these from the Elder Guardian, so that means that we've got 32 from this little sponge room, which is really, really nice. You know, I just might go ahead and try to dry this thing out. I think that would be a fun accomplishment to go for. I've never done it before. And since I've got 35 wet sponges, especially if I can find another one of these, I'll tell you what, if I can find a second ocean monument and get another set of sponges, then I will go ahead and clear out this ocean monument. I will drain the ocean monument and build a second base over here. How's that sound? So I think we've gotten everything of value. I think the Elder Guardians and the gold blocks and the sponges are really the big unique things about this thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and get a few more of these sea lanterns because these are really nice light sources and there are plenty of them to be found here. And then I think we can call it a day. And I guess that's going to go ahead and wrap things up for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I had a lot of fun raiding this ocean monument. Like I said, this is maybe the second or third time that I've done one of these things. And it's a lot of fun. It's not really that challenging, especially when you have an amazing trident like this guy. This thing was absolutely insane how easily it took care of those Elder Guardians. So this was a lot of fun. I'm gonna go see if I can find a second ocean monument, get some more sponges, and if so, then I will come back and drain this thing. I'll have to repair some of the damage that I did to it when I was looking for the sponge room, because now it's full of holes. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If so, please hit that like button, and while you're down there, feel free to subscribe so you'll get notified of future episodes as they come out. Thanks y'all, and have a great day.